The two questions you need to be asking yourself is, one is about flow, and one is about capacity, when it comes to a kind of growth issue. And flow is very simply, are people coming through the doors? Now, I don't mean that literally on a Sunday. I mean that in terms of, are you connecting with people outside the church? Are you engaged in mission, social justice, all those kind of alpha, whatever it might be? Essentially the question is, are people coming in? Now, if you take lots of churches, the flow, if you like, for a lot of churches is fundamentally Sundays and maybe alpha, or maybe some outreach work once a year, big missions week or something. And people ask themselves, what is the major flow coming in? Well, people invite their friends, so on a Sunday, so that's a flow coming in. Or people are really happy to invite people to alpha, so that's a flow coming in. And so then the question after that is, if people are coming in, then if you're not growing beyond that, then you've got an issue of capacity, which is what we hear. And I don't want to kind of mechanize this too much, because it is fundamentally about people, and that's what we learned very early on. It's about people, but you have to get to a point with any size group of people. It's interesting. I was talking to a friend of mine who works for Facebook, and he was one of the people that they sent over to plant the Facebook office in London. They sent 12 people over, and he said, I chatted to him like last week, and he said, we now have 150 people in the Facebook office, and the culture is so different, and we've had to do so much, but we've also had to decide what is it that maintains the DNA of Facebook, if you like. What is it that it's, and I said, well, what is it for you? And he said, well, actually, Facebook is all about the engineers, it's not about the sales teams, as it were. And so we have to keep that somehow within our organisation, even though we've had to kind of put layers of structure in place. And I just thought, how interesting. It's a very similar kind of, in terms of how people operate, this is fundamentally like people organisation.